What's up, family? I pray that you are well. I started to type this thought out, and then I was like, there is no way that I can adequately put in a post the conversation starter that I'm about to kick up today. Recently, I've been blessed with the opportunity to lead in the Assemblies of God, the Potomac Network, the Potomac District, and be the district music director and worship director. And some things kind of shine out to me as I started taking this on. First off, it's a privilege to be able to lead music pastors and assist senior pastors, lead pastors as they endeavor to pastor well together their communities and house of worship. But the other thing to me pops out is mentorship and discipleship. What does that look like? Furthermore, what does it look like cross gender lines? And my experience is this: I get the opportunity to go across the district that's Northern Virginia, DC, all of Virginia, West Virginia, some parts of Penn, Maryland, stuff like that. I get to go across the states and do that. At the same time, I typically don't travel alone. I travel with, I grab a local music pastor, I grab somebody up, and we go, and we're in a hotel, we're eating together, we're meeting with other music pastors, 2-hour car rides, and we really, it's probably the most significant ministry time that I get with people. Is that time, is the kickback in the green room time, is the after service dinners and lunches and breakfasts. And then it hits me, I got some amazing women worship leaders, worship pastors that are out here doing the thing. Yet they don't get the opportunity to be in the boys club. They don't get the opportunity to sit back and learn and to teach. Coming from the Black experience, and yes, I did go there, but you're gonna understand what I'm saying. Coming from the Black experience, you realize a seat at the table where conversations is happening really does put you at a disadvantage. Where you're just like, I need to learn that stuff too. I need to know the secrets behind how do you connect with people? How do you deal with hard issues? I have something to offer others. It's a really amazing conversation that unless you don't have the privilege to be there, you really sometimes undervalue its power and the things that you learn from it. So what I'm bringing to you is, how do you disciple? How do you bring this opportunity to people on the other side? I'm not just speaking as a man, but I'm also speaking as for women, not as a woman. I'm speaking for women in the fact that you have something to give to your team, and you lead a band of majority all men. And what does the space look like for you to be able to disciple others? Do you hit breakfast? How's your relationship with their spouse and stuff like that? Because I don't want to be fooled. Yet not everything is not every. I don't want to be fooled and put myself in a crazy situation. But I don't want to be a fool and think that every situation is a crazy situation either. It's a sin-filled world, and we got a lot of extra topics that go along with it that really does play a factor into it. I'll give you one. For instance, I was talking to a music pastor. She's an amazing music pastor, and she was wondering about, what does discipleship look like for her. And her first Sunday she had a drummer who said, man, I don't know how this is going to work, because my wife says, you're so pretty, and me getting close to you, and what does that look like? I was like, that stings. Obviously, it made her feel very uncomfortable in the way that some people look at her, view her, and then the disadvantage of not being able to pastor and come alongside her. And then I told her this. I said, you need to know that, probably the vast majority of the men on your team probably deal with pornography. And that's a conversation I challenge everybody to have. Talk about that stuff and figure out what it means for your team. But flip side of that, you need to know that there's a great possibility that that wife knows that the husband deals with pornography. Now, what does it look like for him to be led and have intimate spiritual conversations with his female worship leader that happens to be gorgeous? That's a dynamic that when I brought to her, she didn't know. She was like, are you telling me the majority of my guys struggle with that? Most of them, and like, at some point in their life, they probably have. And they're probably not free. They're probably just in sobriety. And that was an eye popper opener for her. But she would not have gotten the opportunity to even hear that and to see things through a different lens had me and her and a friend sat down after a service where she led me in amazing worship, led the church in amazing worship. And we just broke bread together, and we got in those spaces where really discipleship happens, because it doesn't happen in the classroom. It can, but life on life is the way to go. So that being said, I want to throw this video out there to start up a conversation. What have you done to help disciple other leaders, other people that are not your gender? Hey, it's 2020. Sometimes that don't even matter either. You know what I'm saying? What does that look like for you? Because church, we've got to figure this out. Jesus did it. We've got to figure it out. For me, I know I'm going to need a bigger budget in some sense, or when I'm brought in to talk to teams. I'm going to need 2 hotel rooms, and I'm going to need to go with a couple folks so that I can open the doors for young ladies, for older ladies, open the door for me to mentor if this is what God's called me to do. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be more expensive. I'm going to have to rearrange things, but in the long haul, I know that God will be glorified, and the body of Christ, the full body of Christ, because it's in we're made in the image of God. Both he and she are made together in the image of God. That's the deal. That's what we've got to be committed to. And we can't have a part of the body of Christ saying that the image of God is just men. No, it's men and women together working in ministry. So pray for me as I endeavor. I'm asking for wisdom, and I'm asking for you to tell me your experience. Talk to me about that. Love y'all. God bless you. Continue to minister well, shepherd well the hearts of the people of God and yourself. Peace.